Blessed Alex Eala reveals what she is already proud of during tennis career. Alex Eala admits that she is blessed to have made Filipino tennis history in 2025 despite setting her sights on very ambitious goals for the future. World number 61 Eala, who has reached the last 8 of this week's SP Open in Sao Paulo, has been one of the biggest tennis stories of 2025, with the 20-year-old setting numerous milestones for her country across recent months. Back in March, Eala became the first Filipino woman to reach the last 4 of a WTA 1000 event at the Miami Open and crack the top 100 as a result, and would then make her Grand Slam debut at Roland Garros before becoming the first player from her country to win a major match in the Open era at the US Open. Thanks to her run at the WTA 250 event in Sao Paulo, the 20-year-old is projected to reach a new career-high ranking next week, and she will be eyeing a run to a second WTA Tour-level final. Eala reached her first WTA-level final at the Eastbourne Open in June, before winning the biggest title of her career at WTA 125 level in Guadalajara last week. And, in an interview with Clay in Sao Paulo this week, the 20-year-old revealed her dreams of further success in the sport. "I feel so blessed now, and it's so difficult to grasp sometimes, because if you think about it, there are 115 million Filipinos and I am the first tennis player in history," said Eala. "So sometimes it's so crazy. But I'm so happy to be able to give back to my country in any way that's possible. I'm very ambitious. I think everybody has huge dreams in tennis. To be world number 1 and to win Grand Slams is my dream. But in the bigger scale of things, to be a professional tennis player and to reach this level is something I'm already very proud of." Eala's breakthrough run at the Miami Open this year was extraordinary, with the star beating 3 Grand Slam winners, Madison Keys, Jelena Ostapenko, and Iga Swiatek, on her way to the semifinal. However, perhaps her most eye-catching moment this year was her opening round win at the US Open, Eala rallying from 5-1 down in the third set to stun 14th seed Clara Tauson. Asked to compare both of those historic moments, the Filipina revealed that her run in Miami held slightly more significance. She added, "That's a very difficult comparison. I think both were very historic. I would have to say Miami, though, because I feel like it was. It's difficult to say. They're each very, very special in my heart. I would have to say Miami because I think it was a longer run. But obviously, my match against Clara Tauson was so emotional." Under the soft gleam of post-match lights and the hum of distant applause, Alex Eala sat at the edge of the court, towel around her shoulders, the weight of her racket replaced with a lighter burden, a quiet sense of pride. For someone who's just breaking into the prime of her tennis career, Eala speaks with the wisdom of a veteran. At just 20, her resume already sparkles: Grand Slam junior titles, ITF trophies, and an ever-growing fan base stretching from Manila to Madrid. But ask her what she's most proud of, and you won't hear her talk about medals or rankings. "I'm proud of staying true to who I am," she says, voice calm but confident. "That's something I'll always carry, no matter how far I go in this sport." In the age of highlight reels and headline chasers, it's easy to get swept up in numbers, titles won, matches played, career earnings. But for Eala, the journey isn't defined by stats. It's shaped by something deeper: identity, growth, and gratitude. "I'm blessed to be doing what I love," she says. "There have been sacrifices, yes. I've missed birthdays, holidays, normal teenage things. But every time I step on the court with the flag on my back, I remember why I started." Representing the Philippines on the global stage isn't just a role, it's a calling. In a sport dominated by countries with decades of infrastructure and resources, Eala stands as a beacon for Southeast Asia, proving that heart and hustle can go toe-to-toe with privilege. When asked what moments stand out the most, Eala doesn't immediately mention her 2020 Roland Garros girls doubles title or her career best wins on the Pro Tour. Instead, she talks about the moments no camera caught. "It's the little things," she says, smiling. "The first time I won a match in front of my Lola. The kids who come up to me and say I inspire them. The messages I get from young players who say they picked up a racket because they saw me play." For Eala, these are the trophies, the invisible, emotional medals that hang not on walls but in the heart. Every match she plays isn't just about the W. It's a chance to blaze a trail for others to follow. In a sport as grueling as tennis, where players live out of suitcases and battle jet lag as often as opponents, mental resilience is everything. Eala credits her family and Filipino values for keeping her grounded. My family taught me to be grateful first, and ambitious second, she shares. I always remind myself, this is a privilege. Not everyone gets to do this. She speaks of her older brother, a fellow athlete, and her parents, who made sacrifices to support her training in Rafa Nadal's academy in Spain. It's there, among champions and competitors, that Eala learned to sharpen her game, but never at the cost of humility. I've seen players let pressure change them. I promised myself I wouldn't lose the joy in all this, because if I don't love it anymore, what's the point? Though she trains abroad and speaks multiple languages fluently, Eala's voice takes on a particular warmth when she talks about the Philippines. There's a different kind of pride when I wear the national colors. It's not just about me. It's about every Filipino who dreams big, even when the world tells them it's too far-fetched. Her social media often features messages in Tagalog, throwbacks to family trips in Manila, or shout-outs to fellow Filipino athletes. Even in international interviews, she takes every chance to mention home. Being Pinoy means being strong, kind, and never backing down. I carry that in every match. At 20, most tennis players are still finding their rhythm, but Eala's already made it clear. She's not in this for fleeting fame. She's building something sustainable, on and off the court. Asked about what's next, her answer is refreshingly grounded. Of course, I have goals, breaking into the top 100, playing all 4 Grand Slams, maybe even the Olympics. But more than that, I want to enjoy the process. I want to keep inspiring, keep growing. She's also begun mentoring younger Filipino players, offering advice and encouragement online and in training camps. A quiet leader, she's carving out a legacy bigger than herself. As the lights dim in the press room and the day's matches fade into memory, Eala offers one final thought. I'm still learning. Every match teaches me something new. But if my career ended tomorrow, I'd still be proud. Not because of what I've won, but because of how I've carried myself. And perhaps that's what makes Alex Eala truly special. Not just the booming forehands or the endless hustle, but the grace, the purpose, the knowledge that in chasing greatness, she's already become someone worth looking up to. She may be young, but her message is timeless. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and never forget where you came from. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.